All right, welcome back to The Hustle with your host, myself, Ben Anderson. It has been 3 long years since we last were hanging out. At that point in time, I was living in Montecito, living by the beach, and rates were very low. The market was on an all-time high level. People were killing it. It was post-COVID, and the world looked very, very different than it does today. Well, a lot's changed since then. I now live in Tennessee with my kids, and I'm back. So in this episode of The Hustle 2.0, we will talk about why you may have thought I disappeared for 3 years, what the future of mortgage is, and why I'm back now. We'll talk about my story, my journey, and how I can help you all get to the next chapter of yours as well. So 3 years ago, I disappeared, not because I quit, not because I failed, but because I was building something I knew was going to change the industry. And to do so would take every piece of me, pushing myself to the limit, pushing myself to exhaustion, and getting myself to the point today where I'm ready to talk about what's been going on. So I'm not going to tell you exactly why I left California, because I've got family there. I love my family. I love my team. But the purpose of moving to Tennessee was to better the quality of life for my kids and for my family and give myself the space to build what I'll share with you guys today. I'll talk about behind the scenes, what almost broke me, and why I honestly believe the real estate industry is about to experience the biggest shift in our lifetime. Now, if you're watching me on YouTube, you'll see I'm wearing my old Academy hat because those are great times. Most of you all know me from mortgage coaching, being a top producer, one of the top of all time. I've closed billions of dollars in mortgages. I built coaching companies, lead companies, real estate companies, and I loved helping loan officers and realtors win at their business. But then I realized something. The industry didn't need another coach. And while I was pretty dang good at my job, I was a coach. I was never going to change the entire industry just being a coach. What the industry needed was a much better system. Every real estate person, loan officer works hard, but costs exploded. Rates went up. Leads got hard to come by. Consumers have stopped answering phones. Behavior has changed. People are burnt out. So I asked myself and kept asking myself, why are we running our business in 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025 like 2005 when the world's changed? So I moved and I bet everything. I walked away from content, from social media, from all of these things. And I logged thousands and thousands of hours. Now I built software. I started learning about artificial intelligence. As soon as it came out, I was obsessed. 2022, I saw what was possible. I took all my resources and I built a team. I hired developers. I almost gave up because building software was not my DNA. I was an athlete and a coach and a mortgage guy. What did I know about building software? But I figured it out. I set myself challenges. I had sleepless nights. I pulled more all-nighters than I did in college. And there were days I wondered if this was going to be the end because things got costly, they got expensive, and life got tough. Working and working and working, not knowing what the end was going to be. In the midst of all those things, our industry has changed forever. Our customers have changed forever. Nobody answers telephones. People text. People research. People want instant answers. So I used the time away from content to focus on my family. I now drive my kids to school every single day, but I also now have them around me. So I'm working more, but more consistently being involved in the day-to-day flows of life. So I've enjoyed myself. But being around just simple kids with simple tasks had given me a simple mindset again, of what the industry needs. What is the customer actually asking for? And then I got obsessed, like I said, in 2022 with ChatGPT early on, and saw what was possible. I said, what was possible? What would be possible if I took all of my coaching, my experience, my real estate, all of my guidance and closings, and infused all that into AI? Could I change the industry? Could I affect customers, how they shop, how they engage, how they operate? Let's talk about the biggest mistakes that our industry is seeing with AI, because that's where this is going. I think the industry is thinking AI is going to replace them. I don't think so. And I've been doing this research almost every single day. AI does not replace people, it replaces busy work. Humans are still needed to build trust. AI is going to create opportunity the same way that the internet did. It didn't make people go out of business. It created more opportunity for those that knew how to use it. For those that didn't, ended up folding. The store-side retail store ended up closing because people went online to shop for clothing and merchandise. So the loan officer is not going away. The realtor is not going away. But what will go away is LOs and realtors that do not use AI. And for all my consumers out there, very soon the way you shop for real estate and mortgages is going to change. I will show you as we go forward and I go into more content why shopping for homes and real estate will all be chat-based. You will not be shopping online. You won't be talking to a human. You will be using different chat modals to use the ability to look for homes, shop for rates, and plan a financial future around real estate. That's where this is going. So I built something for the industry, and her name is Cindie, Cindie. It stands for Customer, the I is silent, Nurture Data Intelligence Engine. That's Customer Nurture Data Intelligence Engine. And Cindie is a culmination of all of my coaching, all of my real estate transactions, which is billions of dollars in closings and mortgage. And I bought and sold probably over $50 million in real estate over my entire life. So I took all of that and built that into my AI agent, Cindie, because my vision was I'm not building software. I am building digital labor. Someone that can come in and truly run a business from a standpoint of real estate and mortgage, and someone that can assist a producer, whether that be a realtor or a lender, in doing all their busy work so they can produce more. That's where this business is going. People don't want to deal with humans on the busy work side of the business. They want to connect with humans emotionally when they're needed. That's why I built Cindie. So CRMs, I believe, are in a dying environment. And with CRMs dying, people aren't looking for more technology. They're looking for point solutions. My big vision in why I'm reintroducing myself this way and telling you what I built and why I built it is because people need you more than ever, if you're a real estate professional or lender, to guide them through the complexity of the transaction. They don't need you to gather paperwork, follow up on emails, send simple pricing quotes. They need you to help them emotionally. What I've learned over the past 3 years is building a company like what I'm trying to do in the middle of it right now is truly a very lonely transitional period. It's not for everybody. It puts your family through a whole lot of turmoil. You're up late. There's sleepless nights. Being an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. And building something that I think can transform the industry has taken everything out of me. Because what really matters through all this journey is coming back to your center point, your faith, your family, your purpose. So I'm coming back now to talk about those things as well. Why I'm doing this, not just what I'm doing. I'm building this not as a legacy. I think people build these companies because they want, generational wealth. I want to build a company and I want to hire my kids and I want to have them work for me and I want this to be generational wealth. Well, I've seen so many companies be built by the richest people in the world and their kids are not happy. They're fighting over money. I'm building something to change the industry so I can help my kids chase their dreams and support my wife with her dreams. That's why I'm building this. And I know I was built to carry the burden of what needs to happen for AI to truly be what it should be in mortgage and in real estate. And so the lessons I have learned are, remember to put your family in the middle of a business, even though it's taking everything out of you. Sacrifice everything that you can to put them first. And if you have to lose sleep, you have to lose sleep, because your vision still has to come to light. So I'm going to talk about AI for realtors, AI for loan officers in future episodes, mortgage marketing, building companies, being an entrepreneur, leadership, personal growth, money, sales, systems, real estate investing. I didn't come back just to create a podcast again. The hustle has been what I've been eating every single day. Since we have met, I have not taken a day off. I've been grinding every single day. And I came back because the industry simply deserves better. So if you're in the industry and you're feeling stuck, you're feeling burnt out, you're wondering where this market's headed, I have seen where it's going. I'll get you there in the right place. You're with me, we're on the hustle, and I'm going to coach you all the way through to use AI to develop a better business, a better mindset, and a better quality of life. This next decade, there's going to be massive winners. And I plan to help build them. And I'm glad you're here to help me get to work. So I moved to Tennessee for a better quality of life for my kids. I moved here to have space to think because I knew I was capable of building an artificial intelligence engine that is digital labor that can amplify any producer to become a mega producer. But it's not for everybody. I believe that the future of our industry, whether it be mortgage or real estate, are less professionals in it. I think we could produce 10 times more outcome with 10% of our population. That's just the radical truth. So I'll teach you how to be in that 10% of people who do make it in this industry in the next decade, because those that do will be massively successful. I want to paint a picture of an industry where AI does your marketing, AI does your prospecting, AI does your qualification, AI collects your documents, AI qualifies your deals, AI brings you in whenever it is needed, and AI connects to your customers long after closing so that you don't miss the next deal. That's what I have built, and that's the future that I see. In the mix of all this is family and life and mess and entrepreneurship and hustle and waking up every day to just absolutely grind it. I'll leave you with this. When I am done with my journey here, I will know I've emptied the tank, done everything that I could to leave this industry in the best place possible and worked my tail off to try and accomplish my goals. Will I get there? Well, time will tell. Will you come with me? That's totally up to you. Do I invite you? Yes, I do. This is the Honest Hustle 2.0, and let's go crush it.